Havoc Rising, written by Brian S. Leon, narrated by Dillon Siedentopf. Not a word of retreat. You'll never persuade me. It's not my nature to shrink from battle, cringe in fear with the fighting strength still steady in my chest. I shrink from mounting our chariot. No retreat. On foot as I am, I'll meet them man to man. Athena would never let me flinch. Diomedes to Sthenelus on the battlefield at Troy. The Iliad, Book 5, Homer. Prologue. May 2011, New York City. It was Tuesday, and the city was alive on a pleasant spring afternoon, a perfect day for Mazin Fawaz to become a god. After weeks of training and months spent isolated from those he loved, his sacrifice was about to pay off. After peering out the dirty window of his dingy apartment at a ratty patch of grass covered by bags of garbage, the young man placed an innocuous-looking metallic disc into a recess on the bottom of his watch, then gathered his backpack and left his rat-hole of an apartment in the Red Hook housing development in Brooklyn. Though he was scared and nervous, and perhaps even a little excited, a sense of purpose and duty kept him focused on his task. This is it. He pulled his backpack straps tight, locked the door behind him, and braced himself for the thumping bass that always reverberated through the hallway, no matter the time of day. The noise wasn't as bad as the acrid and pungent smells, though. The first water taxi to Manhattan wouldn't leave until 2:20 p.m. That would give him 2 hours to pick up a small but significant package that awaited him at a hotel and get to the museum nearby. The seemingly innocuous device inside the package would take him just a few minutes to assemble. He ran through the steps of the plan repeatedly in his head as he made the short 10-minute walk in the bright sun down Dwight Street toward the ferry docks. As usual, the terminal and the water taxi were crowded with shoppers from the furniture store, which allowed him to pass mostly unnoticed. Mazin was in his early 20s and not bad-looking by Western standards, but his dark complexion was unmistakably Middle Eastern. He regularly shaved to further remove himself from scrutiny, but just being Arabic in New York got him sideways glances, and people often moved away from him on the ferry or subway. He didn't care. It fueled his courage for what he was about to do. He didn't try to avoid eye contact, even though most of the people he encountered did. Maybe it had nothing to do with his appearance, just New Yorkers being New Yorkers. But he knew that if he tried to look away, he would come off as shifty and suspicious. He was already concerned that his constant tugging at his shirt because of his profuse sweating would attract attention. Just act casual, he kept thinking as the ferry made its 20.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?